Good morning, party people. So, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who reached out yesterday. I had posted about Big C coming for me, and I am appreciative for all the messages, the subscribers. Uh, Thank you. I really appreciate all the prayers, the kind words, the encouragement. It means a lot to me. I wanted to tell you guys about the day I met who is now one of my primary caregivers. So I had went to the doctor. I was under the impression I was going for something else. But when I arrived, I was examined, and the doctor proceeded to tell me just outright, just clear as day, you have cancer. And I heard him, but I didn't react. I just kind of blankly stared at him. So I think in his mind that meant she didn't hear me. Let me repeat this. And he did. Slower this time. He goes, "You have cancer. This is definitely cancer." So again, I hear him. This time I go, "Okay." And that was about it. I just gave him an okay, which apparently was not the reaction he was expecting for news so huge, right? So he repeats it again. And at this point, I reached a moment where it's like, okay, in my brain, I heard you, but I moved on and I want to know what's next. So I proceed to tell him, okay, what now? So he delves deeper into, next steps, so that we can figure out what tap and, all these intricate details. Well, at this point, I'm like the cartoon, wah, 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 wah. Right? I've checked out mentally. I'm not picking up anything he's putting down. But I get up to leave. I make it out to my vehicle. And once there, the weight of his words finally, smashes down on me. So I'm in the car and I find it that if I'm happy or if I'm sad, any emotion really can turn my complexion cherry red. So at this point, I'm upset. I'm distraught. So I'm bawling. I'm just crying. And I called my mom. She was at work, so she did not pick up. So I called my sister, and she did pick up. And in between sobs and crying, I was able to let her know what the doctor diagnosed me with. And she was the calm in the middle of my storm. And I am so grateful that she was able to answer the call and help me through that moment, because it was tough. It was a lot. And so I, fast forward, after she calmed me down, I drove home. So when I got home, I found myself just sitting outside my house, crying more. I'm in my own little world, just playing back the words of the doctor and the situation. And I realized that I wasn't crying for me. I was crying for my kids. I was crying for my mom, my siblings, to, be the bearer of bad news and to bring something so heavy back to the table. And in that moment, I decided this wasn't something I wanted to share with my babies. I wanted my babies to be babies and not stress or worry about mommy. So while I'm going through all these thoughts in my head, unbeknownst to me, my husband had just pulled up and he's watching me. And the next thing I hear is at the windshield. And then the door opens And he's like, "What is happening, baby? What's wrong?" And I, in between sobs, am like, "I have cancer." He's like, "No, what? We'll get a second opinion." He goes into protective mode. By default, this man's a troubleshooter. So he likes to resolve problems. I didn't know it then, but in that moment, I needed that. Even though I accepted Big Z coming for me was the truth, I accepted it, but I needed something to counterbalance me so that I could get myself together, so that I can get into my house where my son wouldn't witness me so distraught. And it worked. I was able to calm down, obtain that comfort from my husband, and, you know, ultimately, the message was whatever it is, we're going to fight and we're going to win. Because all we do is win, 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 no matter what. So that was the news. That was how I found out that Big C came for me.